Hello, 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 everybody. It's time for Belovsky Science. Today is Thursday, January the 7th, 2021. And this is the video for what went on in class today. A lot of information went out in class today. Going to go through it real quick. Remember, in these videos, unlike in the other video, when we're having class, when you can't hit pause, you can't hit these. So you can hit these, you can go back, you can rewind. I'm going to run through the information real quick to let you know everything that's going on and to finish up, get you ready for the test tomorrow. All right. So let's do the announcements first of all. Your microscope review sheet, the sheet that we've been doing the definitions on. Here, let me just pull one up here. All right. The microscope parts, and it's got this document right here that we've been doing the review on. This right here is due on Friday before 3:30. So we've spent all week defining these things. So this right here needs to be complete by 3:30 tomorrow. Okay, 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, p.m. All right. Now, the next thing you need to know is it's not showing up here yet because I have not opened the window. It's not active yet. But tomorrow, you must take the microscope test. The microscope test you have to be able to identify where are the 14 parts of the microscope that we've talked about in class, where are they located, and you must be able to describe what their job is. So that's 28 questions in all. That test, the window to open it will be, I'll make the test open sometime when I get up tomorrow. And the window to take the test will close at 11:59 tomorrow night. So you must take the test before midnight. Now, with that being said, since you've got the review sheet due tomorrow before 3:30, got to take the test tomorrow. Don't forget you need to do your warm-up tomorrow as well. All right. With you needing to do all that, there will not be a Google Meet tomorrow. I will not have class on Google Meets tomorrow. You can use the time that I spend in Google Meet to do whatever it is that you need to do for science. So if you need to finish the definitions and get them submitted tomorrow, use it tomorrow. If you want to use that time to do your warm-ups and get caught up on all your warm-ups and do your definitions, sure, you can do it. If you want to study for your test tomorrow, sure, you can do that as well. If you want to actually take the test tomorrow during that 30-minute window, then hey, you're more than welcome to do that. You do not have to take the test during the 30-minute window. That's why you can take it all the way up until 11:59 at night. Because I know some people might feel like a 30-minute window to take the test I would feel pressured to get it done. Understand that. So don't take the test then. Take the test at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Don't want to take the test then? Take it at 4 o'clock. Don't want to take it then? You and your family go out to eat tomorrow night and you get home at 7:30. You want to take the test then? Take the test then. As long as you get it done and submitted within the 11:59, you're fine. And so so those are the three big announcements that you need to make sure you're prepared for tomorrow. The definition review sheet turn in tomorrow, the test tomorrow, and there will be no Google Meets tomorrow. Now you should have by this point. Hopefully you have checked your email, because I have graded and I have returned your bonus work from back before Christmas. And that bonus work is right down here in this area. Here's the information for lesson 1. Here's the information for lesson 2. And right here is the information that I gave you in as far as how to complete it. And I even made a video for you right here. So I had a few kids asking questions yesterday about why didn't I get partial credit? Well, if you'll read down through here, it says all the way through this that it must be complete, 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 complete. Nowhere in there does it say you get partial credit for part of the work. And I had several students, hey, I did part of it. Can I get part of the credit? No. It was you don't get penalized from it, but it was, if you want the points, you got to complete it. And I got an email about why will I not take it if it's a little late? Well, because I specifically stated right here, Chapter 22, Lesson 1 review sheet and Chapter 22, Lesson 2 review sheet must be completed and submitted by 11:59 p.m. Friday, December the 18th, 2020. Work submitted after 12 a.m. Saturday, December 19th, 2020 will not receive any points, no exceptions. I didn't want it hanging over your head over the Christmas holidays. So that's why I said it had to be due on the last day of school or you get nothing. So I was very specific. And if you didn't hear that, if you didn't read that, if you didn't watch the video and catch that, that's on you. That's not on me. But I wanted everybody to rest over the holidays. And I didn't want people putting things off during the Christmas holidays till the last minute, like some people do, and having that in the back of their mind. I wanted everybody to rest and relax. And that's why I made it had to be due the last day. So I'm sorry. If you don't feel like that's fair, I'm sorry. That's just the rule that I made, and that's just how it's going to be. So there's no partial credit. There's only full credit. Now, you could have either gained 10 points for one sheet or 20 points for both. And those points can be put towards this microscope test. And if you're thinking, hey, I'm going to do well on this microscope test, I don't need the points. Can we put them on another test? Absolutely. You sure can. They can be used on any test. And so, 20 points. Yeah, that's a lot of points right there. You could make a 2-letter grade improvement on a test. That's huge. That's why I kept telling y'all when we were having virtual classes, you're going to be well rewarded. You're going to be well rewarded. You want to get this done. That's why I kept telling you that, because 20 extra points is you could make a 70 on the microscope test, add 20 points to it, and they'll take it up to a 90. So, that's a big deal right there. All right. So if you only want to put a small amount of points towards the microscope test, we'll get into all that when y'all return to school. The important thing is whether you did it or not. And so if you got them done, great. You have been rewarded handsomely for it. All right. So today's warm up, hopefully you've taken care of it. Let's see. I don't need to click on it because I got it right here. These items hold the slide in place on a microscope. So I know it's itty bitty here, but it's this item right here and that item right there. What are those called? Type those in. Okay, so let's get to the nitty gritty. We're needing to finish up our definitions today and have you 100% ready to take the test tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get started here. Of course, what you want to do is, we've said this all the time, split the screen in half, put my voice and what I'm looking at on one side of your computer screen, put your work, which will be this Google document right here, on the other half of your computer screen. And remember, you can hit pause. And so definitely hit pause as I give the definitions so that you can write these down. All right. So when we left off yesterday, so far we have done course adjustment, fine adjustment, arm, stage clips, base, and eyepiece. Today we're going to start with body tube. So let's get rolling. All right. Let's pick us out a color here. Let's go with this orange right down here. All right, body tube right here. All right, for body tube, you need to type in body tube separates the eyepiece lens from the objective lens. Hit pause and I will explain it. All right, so you've typed in what the body tube is. Let me circle the body tube here. This is the body tube right here. It is the part between the eyepiece and the objective lenses. So all of this right here is the body tube. Now, I'm going to change where my picture is. I'm going to raise it up so I can see it a little bit easier. All right, and I know that this is small, and I hate it that I can't make this my picture bigger here. I might be able to, I just don't know how. As you look at this right here, the body tube looks different than what you're seeing here on the screen. Well, this is because it's a different microscope. That's why I like to show you different microscopes. It gives you a different look. It makes you think. All right, so what is the body tube here? The body tube is this area right here. Notice the objective lenses are here. Here's where the objective lenses are, and here's where the eyepiece lens is. So everything in between is where the body tube is. All right, so that's what the body tube is. All right, let's move on. The next word is the nose piece. Let's get us a different color here. Let's go a little bit. Let's go with blue. Let's go with a pretty color blue here. All right, so you need to type this right here for nose piece. Nose piece holds the low power and high power objective lenses, allows the lenses to rotate for viewing. Hit pause and I'll explain it. Okay, so you hit pause and you have the nose piece in. All right, I'm going to use this same color. This right here is the nose piece. Okay, so my microscope real quick. I'm going to have to hold it real close. This is the nose piece. It's out of focus a little bit. This is the nose piece. It is what allows you can see that it's like a disc. It's silver in color. It's what allows you to be able to rotate your objective lenses around. Okay, so the nose piece is just the disc that's located right here that the objective lens are attached to, and it allows you to be able to spin them around on your microscope. All right, let's see here. Let's do high power objective lens. Let's go with green here. All right, high power objective lens magnifies about 40 times. Hit pause. Okay, you've got that typed in now. The high power objective lens magnifies about 40 times. And this is the high power. All right, so what is low power? All right, let's go with purple. Okay, the low power objective lens is back here in the back. It's back there. And you need to type that it magnifies about 10 times. Hit pause. All right, so high power and low power objective lens. All right, high power about 40, low power about 10. Let me show you this microscope here. My microscopes for my students in class, it's actually got 3 objective lens, as you can see here. Okay, this one is high power. This is medium power. This is low power right here. All right. Low power magnifies on this microscope. Now, on the one in your textbook, it's different. But my low power only magnifies by 4. The medium on my microscope magnifies by a power of 10 times. And then the high power right here magnifies by a power of 40 as well. Okay? So my microscope just has an extra objective lens in it. It's a little bit better microscope. All right. The diaphragm. Let's pick a color here. Let's go with an orange yellow, an orangey yellow color. All right, the diaphragm controls the amount of light passing through the opening of the stage. Hit pause, and I will explain it. Okay, you have hit pause. Where is the diaphragm on this microscope? Well, you can see just a little snippet of it right there. It's located on the front of the microscope. And on my microscopes here, it's located on the side. It's located right here. It's very hard to see, but this is where it is located right here. Okay, so what does it do? Okay, I'm going to come back to that in just a second. I'll come back to what does it do in just a second. Let's go ahead and define mirror real quick. Okay, let's use sky blue. Let's use sky blue. All right, the mirror, and also on your paper it says light, reflects light upward through the diaphragm. Hit pause, and I will come back. Okay, so the mirror or light is located right here. Now, you'll notice that it says that it reflects light upward through the diaphragm. That's why I stopped about, I'll come back to diaphragm. Okay, let me show you once again this microscope here. Okay, it does not have a mirror. It has it's got a light. And when I flip the switch on, you can see the light coming on right there. Okay. Now, here's what the deal is. Your microscope in your book right here shows a mirror. There are some microscopes that instead of a light, they have a mirror right there. Those are old school. When I was in school here at Decatur High, there was a mirror sitting right there, and you'd use that mirror to reflect light from the light fixtures in the room. It would hit the mirror and then bounce it up. Well, this makes it just a whole lot more simpler. The light is just shining up and through. All right, so what's going on here? What is the diaphragm? Okay, the diaphragm, which I showed you right here. All right, if you look inside of here, there's sometimes that you look in there and the light is so bright it will blind you. That's why you cover up your face when you're in the sunshine, so that you won't be blinded by the sunshine. Okay, well, sometimes when you look through here, if the light's too bright, you won't be able to see the cell or whatever it is that you're looking for. So what the diaphragm is, you'll notice that the light is shining through right here. You'll notice that you can see the light shining through the stage. If there's too much light, you can cut down the amount of light with the diaphragm here. See how how I can adjust how much light? And this diaphragm can be used to just make certain adjustments to allow you to be able to see whatever it is that you want to see. It allows you to be able to see it a little bit better. Okay? All right. Well, Mr. Belovsky, we're not done, because on the review sheet here, it has one more word. It's got a slide on there. Okay, number 14, slide. So where's the definition for slide? Because it doesn't say slide anywhere on here. Well, you are correct. That is correct. So your definition for slide is right here. Slide is a thin, flat piece of glass or plastic used to hold objects for examination under a microscope. Type that in, hit pause, type it in. Okay, here is, we've already talked about it. This is a microscope slide. Let me see if I can hold it against my shirt so that you can see it a little bit better. All right, this is a microscope slide. All right, and this one is made out of glass. If you look, you can see that, maybe you can't see it. It's got a chip in it. You can see that it's broke right there. All right, this one is made out of glass. But the majority of the ones that I use in class that I allow students to use is plastic. These right here can break easily and they can hurt you. And so that's why I like to use plastic slides in class. It's a little bit safer. All right. Okay, so that's all the definitions that there are. Why are microscopes so important? How are they important to me today? Okay, well, let's say, for example, those of you that's had strep throat, or if you've ever had ear infections before, doctors use microscopes and cultures trying to find this right here is what strep throat bacteria looks like. It's called streptococcus, and this right here is what gives you a sore throat. And so microscopes are used in the medical field in order to identify bacteria, what is what, is what's making somebody sick. They're just used to look at small things, so they're super important. Whenever you've had a sore throat and you go to the doctor and they swab your throat, like in this picture right here, oh, you know how that hurts so bad. Well, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get these bacteria onto these swabs so that they can make a culture to see if you have strep throat. And when I was a kid, you used to have to wait 24 hours to find out if you had strep throat. And today, they've got tests where you can find out immediately if you have strep throat, which is really nice. Also, earaches are caused by bacteria. And so microscopes are just important in being able to identify those things. Have you ever been to the veterinarian with your little doggy or little kitty and they check it to see if it's got worms? And when they do, they kind of do they stick that stick into its backside and pull it back out, and it's got poop on it. Well, and I don't know if you've ever noticed or not, the veterinarian will take some of that poop and put it on a slide and look at it under a microscope. Well, they're checking to see if your little doggy or kitty has these things right here. What you're seeing on this page is eggs that organisms will lay inside of a little puppy or a little kitty or a dog or cat or other animals. And so when the veterinarian is looking at them under the microscope, if he sees these things right here, he knows that the dog or the cat has this right here is roundworm eggs. So the doctor knows that this animal has an infection of some sort of roundworm inside of it. So it's just microscopes can be used to identify, certain parasites that are in animals. This right here is a picture of and I'm going to move my picture here over a little bit. This is a microscope picture of hydrogen elements that are gathered together. Folks, these are the smallest things on Earth. Elements are the smallest things that make up things on Earth. Basically, these are elements that we're talking about here. And when they stick together, you're talking about molecules. And that only the best microscopes around can see things that are this small. These things are very, very tiny. So they're used for exploration. Microscopes can be used to explore and discover new things and to be able to see what hydrogen looks like. And you might look at that and you might go, man, that's not a very good picture. No. It's extremely small and it's not a very good picture at all. It's remarkable that we can even see those things there. It's absolutely amazing, because these elements that you're seeing here are what makes up cells. These things are trillions and trillions and trillions of these things. These elements that you see here is what makes up molecules, that makes up cells. And that's mind blowing. I know, it's like, oh, wait, what'd you just say? Anyway, all right. Well, that is the end of class today. To reiterate again, there will not be a Google Meet tomorrow. Okay, so you need to turn in your review sheet by 3:30 tomorrow. Take the microscope test by 11:59 tomorrow. All right. Now, I will mention doing your warm-up, but these warm-ups, we just finished week 1. Week 2, they'll be due next week. So you can do that tomorrow. All right. So that's it. If you have a question, email me, and I will get you an answer back. And good luck on your test tomorrow. I hope you have a great day today, and study for your stuff and kind of be familiar with it before you take the test. I hope you have a great day. Coach Belufsky here. Talk to you later. Bye.